Hi, everybody. This is Gad Saad, but this is certainly not about Gad Saad. It's about my wife's magical culinary skills. As some of you who follow me might know, my wife and I have been discussing her starting a cooking channel, and so finally today we produced a first clip of a Lebanese dish called Mujadarra, which I hope you'll enjoy and I hope you'll try it. And if you do try it and enjoy it, let us know in the comments section how it all went for you. Uh, Thanks for your support. Eventually, my wife will be hosting her own channel, but for now, I will be posting the clips on my channel, but eventually, all of these will be uploaded on hers as well. Talk to you soon. Cheers. So here my lovely wife is cutting some onions for the mjattara. Maybe you want to explain what you're doing?
I think you've explained it. We're chopping onions small as we can. It doesn't have to be in any way pretty, but so long as they're roughly all the same size.
All right. And just as a side note, if we had to rank the most handsome man in the history of the world, who would that be?
I have to think about that.
But it's not Ronaldo, right?
Maybe.
All right. Stay tuned for the next step. Okay, guys, so these are the basil ingredients for a Lebanese dish called Mujaddara. It consists of, here you've got adis, which is lentils. This is riz basmati, which is basmati rice, with some paprika, with some milh. Milh is salt, with some zayt zaytun, which means olive oil. And then my wife will tell you what happens next. And then you got some chopped onions, which I showed you earlier, her chopping them when she admitted that I am the sexiest man alive, or ever. Go ahead.
All right, so just a couple of things that I need to specify. You can choose any kind of lentils except for the red lentils. You can have the bigger ones, no problem. I chose basmati. It's a brown basmati, but you can have most of the other kinds of rice that's available out there. This was not paprika, it's actually chili, Turkish pepper, which is a bit more spicy. We like it spicy, so we use it. If not, you don't have to. You can use paprika, sweet paprika, whatever you'd like. And that's salt. And the way I measure salt, this is my old school way of doing things, is I just take 3 fingers, and that's my salt measurement. So that's 2 of these in there. So I don't know if it's a spoon or not. Measurements for the lentils, it's 1.5 cups, I guess. I always eyeball everything, and this is 1 cup of rice. I usually do a slightly less rice than lentils. This is about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I just make sure that there's a little bit on the bottom of my pan, a pot. And this is 1 onion, and that's about it.
And so what happens next?
You put the onions, you heat the oil in a pot. You put the onions in the hot oil. As soon as it starts to sizzle, you put the salt and on it, and then you cover the lid. You lower the heat a little bit to, let's say, 5 or 8, and then you monitor it needs to sweat. Once it sweats, it can even take a little bit of color, but don't burn it. Then you add all the other ingredients like the lentils and the rice. Then the water, I will tell you how much water that you need. For this, you'd probably put 3 cups of water, the same cup that you use for the lentils. And that's about it. You cook for about 25 minutes. You could check at 15-minute mark to make sure that everything's going smoothly. There's still some water in the pot, and hope for the best. So now when it starts, when you see the onions in this color, okay, kind of transparent with a little bit of color, not burned, you can go ahead and bring up the heat to maximum again. Now we can put the chili inside. We're putting all our lentils in. We want the olive oil to coat the lentils. Okay, and the rice. I put the rice in all at the same time because this is basmati and I haven't soaked them. And it's going to roughly all of it take the same amount of time to cook. So 25 minutes should be enough, like I said. So the heat is on maximum. We're going to get all the color here. And of course your stove might be different, so just don't burn anything. I got myself my 3 cups of water, like I said, right over here. That's the sound you want to hear. Now, as soon as this mixture starts to boil, Okay. You lower it back to minimum, all the way to the lowest setting. Now I'm going to close this. It's going to start to boil soon. As soon as it boils, I bring it down to minimum and I keep the lid on it for 25 minutes. I can check halfway point and even check seasoning. You might want to put a bit more salt, a bit more pepper. You could put some cumin in there. No problem.
Most important part is how long will I be eating it?
Half an hour.
All right.
All right.
See you soon.
Hi guys, so here's the finished product. I'd like to make a correction. It didn't take 25 minutes, it took about 35 minutes. I was checking it until all the water went. And I don't know if you noticed here, there's something extra on top. I just fried some onions. I chop them up and put them in olive oil, a little bit of olive oil. And then I added some cumin when it was hot, so that way the smells of the cumin comes. Okay.
We want to eat.
All right, I'll pass it to the Godfather.
All right, here we go. Get ready, guys. So I take a little spoon of this. This is the Mujadarra. I'm not gonna take much because I've already had lunch. And then what we do is we take a bit of this, and we take some plain yogurt. Put it down here. And then we take a bit of salt. Pour it in. You ready? Mix it up.
Sahten.
شكرا يا حلوة. You wish you were me. Cheers, everybody. I love you, sweetie.
Me more. Bye.